beautiful fellow human beings. So my trip down south was pushed back yet again, so everything's half packed again. However, ran into this random feather, like kind of like a really fuzzy turkey flat, and figured I'd make kind of like a woolly grubber bait fish type thing. And it's a little broken up here, so I was either gonna cut it in the center to have kind of like a fork, or keep it like that. Kind of want the fork, so I'm gonna cut it. Yeah. I think that like will serve almost like a paddle. At least give it a go. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. Bittersweet, but really thankful. Found a rescue that took the opossum. It was an opossum. After hearing about the squirrel, I didn't want to talk too much about it until I found him like a rescue or like a treatment. And long story short, he was an opossum that was found under the steel drum out back. And what is boy? He was found under a steel drum in the back, and he was there God knows how long, and he wouldn't have made it another night. She turned out to be she. She wouldn't have made it another night, and like no movement. Can only drink water. It took a few days for her to eat food, and took even longer for her to sleep. She ended up starting to sleep like a cat, rolling in a ball, laying on her side. If you scratched her side, she would lay on it, and every day I was getting closer to scratching her stomach, which I finally did. And so really, really sweet animal. Liked being held, liked sitting on laps. His hands were so precious. The hands, like you could hand her a cat treat, like the meat sticks, and she would eat it like with her hands, and hard-boiled eggs. She was really stoked on those, and that's why I was digging for worms every day almost for a good 2 weeks. And I have a picture of
What do you call this in English?
Good thing that wasn't like a song. I have a picture of her the day that we got her in a carrier, and a few days after, she let me give her baths. I gave her like 2 baths. So this was her. I got her in a carrier. Oh. Hey Bacon Grease, how you doing today? Hey Mark. She was so sweet. And my goal was to release her here. However, she has something called crispy ear, and if she wasn't treated for that with antibiotics, it would have continued to eat away at her ears as well as the tip of her tail, which was really damaged. So they did have to remove portion of her tail, but it would have kept spreading through her. And I was even looking for antibiotics myself. I live in an area that's right across the street from a wildlife management area. Excuse me, equestrian area, tons of wildlife. Every time something gets developed or built, like, you know, everyone's up in arms for the wildlife. I can never find a single vet or any single human being that can treat wildlife. And the one refuge refers you to bushes, and bushes don't have the best, you know, experience with them, so I try to avoid that. And we're in Palm Beach County, and the closest one, my friend found it actually, and 2 of her friends offered to drive Peanut Rag A Muffin all the way to Orlando, and that's where she is now. And they took her in, and she's gonna live there. She was so sweet. One day I definitely would like to home an opossum. It was so funny how much she preferred the the cage because they are territorial, and she was in it for like 2 weeks. So I would clean the cage and pick her back up, and I would only have to put her like near the entrance of the cage, and she would slurp herself back into it. I wish I got more video. I do have video on this phone, and I'll post it. I'll at least post the video of her eating worms, because a few of you have seen the worm hunting videos, which was really, the whole experience. I am completely drained, but the whole experience was incredible. I like, my skin is all broken out. I have tons of scratches from her claws, like picking her up and stuff. Her claws are razor sharp. She doesn't even have to dig them into you. They're just very sharp. And I was nervous about that for a few days, but they're just little scratches and no infection or anything like that. Because a possum urine and a possum poo is pungent stuff, and you know, it took her a while to like go to the bathroom, which is a great sign because, you know, they're eating and digesting. And whoa, I don't know why I expected like pellets. They don't even eat food that would produce a pellet form. It's like human turds in there. I'll be real. She was so sweet too, and like loved getting pets. And it took a while for her to not freeze, because when they get scared they just freeze. And but I brushed her for fleas a bunch, and she really liked it. She, like, to the point she started closing her eyes, and that's in the beginning. And up until the last day, like you scratch her side, she rolls on her side. It is just like a cat, dog, monkey. Really cool creatures. I love possums, but I never was that close to one to be able to pet it or like give it a treat. So it was really nice. And the plan was to never keep her or anything like that. It was to get her back going so she could hunt for herself and stuff like that, and give her a fighting chance. But crispy ear can't treat that, unfortunately. So hello, Code. Whoa, no way. Yeah, so I just went ahead and did it because it was offered. Since I've been streaming for a good amount of time, I reeled in a bunch of hours, so they let me make my channel like a proper little one. And I tried to add some pixel art to it, but I have to change the ratios, and I don't really know what to say too much, but it's surprising, I think, mostly. And I am working on a logo for Rage Baits, and Rage Baits is gonna be kind of like a shop, but like Etsy-ish, in the sense that other people could list their lures and stuff. This is what I have thus far. It's just Walgreens markers and Sharpie pen. But I was gonna have her holding the sign across her chest, but I'm a little worse at drawing faces. I can't draw chests either. My tatas are less to be desired, but I always forget what that saying, how it goes. Less to be desired? Yeah. But if anybody else has any, I just want something for the corner of the website. Probably gonna keep it simple, white, and yeah. God, I look a mess. That possum changed my life. I miss that thing so much. She was just really sweet, and yeah. And she was trying to make herself a nest the last night, and but her tail was just, she needed like immediate treatment, and I couldn't find a single person. I just happened to send a picture to a friend of mine, like, oh, she probably would get a kick out of this adorable, precious, little, perfect, like, creature, and sent her a picture, and within hours, she's like, hey, my friend could drive her to Orlando. And the day I walked out to open the gate so they could drive in, there was a full rainbow. I'm not even kidding. I got a video of it, and full rainbow. And there was something else. Oh, the nurse's name is Bonnie, which is my mom's name, and I've never met another Bonnie. So it was just a bunch of little like things like that. And she was picked up at 8 or 8:30, around 8:30 yesterday morning. So tired. My face looks like it's a different shape. That's how tired I am. But, oh yeah, there's also this. I was looking for a way to take pictures. I realized sewing, I'm sure people use sewing materials a lot, but there's a lot of like cushiony things that might be useful for fly tires, like I could grab it. It's somewhere. It's called a ham, but it's just a loaf of like sturdy fabric, with like not beans, but like sand on the inside or something. Anyway, so little bit frazzled and all over the place, more so than usual. I can't draw. I see the, hey, mermaids. Yeah, that's the bakeries. That was the funnest part too. Is we have very similar diets, and like Cody eats a lot of beef, so we're giving her the bones because they're big, sturdy bones. There weren't anything that could like break off or anything. And plus, it's an opossum. They're like ground vultures, and she's eating it like a cartoon chicken wing or something. It was I can't get. It's so soft. I'll be real. I was brushing her as much as I could, and trying to get some dubbing, but not any brushing her with flea combs. Not a single flea on her. There wasn't a single tick or anything like that, and I guess she would have eaten the ticks. But even brushing her fur, like nothing, like no loose fur, like nothing was in the flea comb. There was some like grains of sand, and she had a lot of ant bites, so like tufts that were from like her bites, and she healed so fast too. She did have a cut on her stomach, so my guess is she was running from something that like attacked her or was going after, and she did have a cut, and that looked infected, but not like green oozing, but you could see like a little bit of just like I saw the same thing in my cat when she got attacked with a raccoon, but hers was gnarly. It was like toxic waste. It was intense. Huge too, and she couldn't get stitched up because it wouldn't have healed, so it just had to I think they used the word ooze, but and that was closing up. She had a huge burn on her back, like her back, the behind her thigh, from laying in her own excrements for God knows how long. And we're back there all of the time, not a single noise. We jumped 50 feet because you never know what's crawling around out here. But not a noise. And the burn healed pretty dang instantly. It was like bald, burnt, and did really good job cleaning it. And within a few days, fuzzy fur all over it, completely healed. And what else? Her hands looked fine, but her back paws were like peeling from being burnt. And however, those healed completely. And she also had a huge, like, not lesion, but like something that looked like that on her foot, and that was completely gone. And yeah, really just taken back by it all. Because I couldn't really talk about it all. Well, I could, but, you know, that the internet and, like, takes, like, I just didn't want someone knocking on the door with, like, a vial and a syringe or something. That's, like, what my nightmares consist of. But, because they do take wildlife very seriously, and I 100% get it. But I couldn't find anybody locally, and I wasn't gonna send her to be euthanized or just send her out or like put her back outside where she wouldn't have. It's very wild out here between boars. Like, I went fishing at the lake out here, and there's just a boar in the water. No longer. Like, there's vultures all around it. It was intense. But yeah, no, there are big things out here. Big things. God, I look so different today. Yeah, I had like yeah, spent most part of 2 weeks on the floor. So yes, I am making fishing lures. Let me get. Been very sidetracked. Well, it's no excuse, but I still can't believe that I have to start some mulberry trees. I keep saying that, but there's the hose is gonna be fixed here any day, so I gotta start some mulberry trees because I can't get over they drove all the way to Orlando for the Possum, which was just amazing. Like, it worked out so magically, honestly. It was just 1 minute I was really reaching my limit as far as like not knowing what to do because I really had no idea. I couldn't find anybody. I did find a few people with amoxicillin because desperation was definitely, you know, becoming. Yeah, I'll take this. And just. I mean, when blue is, I couldn't find a vet out here, but this place isn't real. It really isn't. You got, like, it was all orange farms, and they decided to build a city, like Florida's newest city or whatever. Now, Florida's newest city is up in arms because they want to build a Walmart. And I could read the thing. It's so funny. Just how it brings like non-desirable elements. Couldn't make it up. I, for one, am stoked for a Walmart. Hello. Tackle, sewing, everything. They got sections for everything, you know? Not everyone enjoys Disney. Some enjoy the simpler things. You know? So let me zoom this in. So this feather, it's very poofy. Nope, I'm not putting a bead on it. It's just an experiment for out here, anywho. I don't want all this flattened out. Starting to push myself to experiment. I might keep the red on it, why not? Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. I could post pictures of the possum. Wish there was a central place I could just, because she was really adorable. We have the Virginia possums in these parts. America's only marsupial. And she did have a pouch. It was more like a, I don't know what you call it. It's like a, 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 like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, look up a possum pouch. I didn't expect that for some reason. And, yeah. So I'm gonna put some glue in there. Ah, everything's like half packs. Wonder what, like, face paint people, how their, like, storage system looks like. 'Cause that's, like, something that's done out and about. It's just storage bins on wheels. Okay. Got a little package. Let me turn this on. Hey, Freddie, how you doing? Florida. Roach clips. Yeah! Roach clips would actually be a sweet tool to tie on to. I did earrings. I gotta remake them though, because the bodies are not very good. But I really like the idea of tying onto other things. This time I'm gonna keep it nice and straight like that. And just keep the length of it and everything. I just hear Caleb Hammer just in the background. I feel like, I don't know what people get out of going on. I think it's like a kink in a way. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. I will watch little snippets of it and I'm just like, oh. But I don't think that's what, I don't know what I'm saying. Where did that big old gap come from? I do like the shape that what was that? Oh, grippers. I like the other ones. I'm not too fond of these ones because, like, if you go like that, like, locks it. But I mean, I just feel like that is a little too much surface area. Like, it's too easy to lock it down. I don't want to hurt fish mouth. I like the other ones, or gloves. Came with the set, but too much. No. I just don't know what to use them for. So, dubbing, I'm not sure. Oh. Gonna get some dry dubbing because I'm not sure about any of the fur I have really. And oh, maybe I'll use this. Make it easy. I really like this blue color with black. Okay, maybe you want to show it, but if you don't, I would wrap a little farther on the marabou to cover that thread on the bottom. Oh, this thread down here? I always wondered about that. It feels like it's like exposed, because if anything happens to the thread, I feel like little piece got caught. Yeah, I always wondered that. But that's one thing I'm not entirely sure about yet, is like when and where to stop on the hook, and the whys. The whys are super important. Because just knowing like the what's, it doesn't stick as much, and it doesn't like start to become a behavior unless you know the why. And so please never hesitate, because I am very much a beginner and there's no real resources locally to me besides the internet, which sounds like, you know, the be-all end-all type of thing. However, I have a hard time focusing, and I end up watching totally unrelated stuff, like the news. Maybe chenille. See if I have a good feather. I mean, this is pretty much the best I'm gonna get currently, because the black feathers I have are pretty short. I just happened to find a not as short one. Been kind of in limbo, not sure when. Gonna head down to the hometown, but I don't know if this is gonna be long enough. If I well, one thing at a time, I suppose. Well, you know what? I think maybe I do have. I mean, I like green. Green and black with the blue might look pretty neat. Oh, shoot. Let me think for 1 second. This silver wire. Oh, let's just use what's in this cup, so I don't have to. Yeah. Maybe some flash. Miss that possum so much. Alright, yeah, that is flash. Savior of the universe. there is no way I would go on that show. That sounds traumatic. Okay. Oh. It's so sweet. I still can't I just can't get over it. Driving all the way to Orlando. If that doesn't instill some faith in humanity. And I never met either of them, like, I was just for the Possum. That is real. Yeah, genuinely sounds traumatic to be on that show. So like, it's just him unleashing his financial fury. I'm sure. Okay, so I never know. Oh. Okay. So I have this green and black one. The tendrils, they're a hair long. Oh, and damaged. Shoot. Huh. Grab another one. Well, I really like the idea of this green with the blue. Okay. Oh, slipped a little bit. Made some mink dubbing last night. And I'm stoked on that. The coffee maker is night and day difference. Holy trucks. I just put it up a little bit when I get over here. I have a bad habit of knocking the thread and it falls off. And the coffee maker, wow. So I was making dubbing by hand by pinching each individual fiber. Just cutting like 3/4 of an inch like yarn, or trying to brush the under fur out of fur coats. But adding, like, for instance, the under fur, I still had to separate all the fibers, but it turns into the most heavenly cloud. Not sure. Oh. So I don't know if anybody here follows any Magic the Gathering news, but God, I can't believe just happened to watch a video on it, and the box was like made like 10 years ago, and I guess Kaladesh, maybe that Kaladesh, and I guess it's got like, I just don't understand. Like, you can make up a word, and the probability of that word meaning something in a language like on the other side of the world, I feel like is pretty high, you know. But now these boxes are worth about $1,000. The feathers that brush around or blow around on the desk look so much like huge bugs. I get palmetto bugs in Florida, so if you see something huge crawling in your peripherals, you probably are. But thankfully in this case, it is just a tuft of marabou. Cool color combination. Should have added more flash. God, I suck at flash. I either add too much to the point it moves weird, or just nowhere near enough. Let's see, getting it all around there. Yeah. Oh wait. Okay. I've been trying to pay more attention to how people finish off the wire, because I'm pretty rotten at it. And I just don't like, hold on, let me go back. I don't like how you could see it in my heads. So this dude is going to pop a blood vessel. Oh dear. I don't know if you can hear that. Beautiful. Should have added more flash. That's, ooh, oh, Dad. Uncle Bob. That's not okay, anyway. See, I slip all the time. The downturn. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't even have to be downturn. I always slip up here. Get in there. I don't know what that's from. I think it's like a middle school classmate used to say that. That just started popping in my mind recently. Like you'd hear someone scream, "Get in there!" out of nowhere. That and y'all like corn. Yeah, it's very. Ah, shit! Dang it. No. No. Got a fiber stock. Forget how I have to like move fast because that dries really fast. I just want it to be secure. Because until I get a little bit better at finishing, I just cement that up. And then I do 2 more. I was gonna decorate the tree in here today, but I can't find my lights anywhere, so I have to ask the code to order some more. It's a little pink tree. I really like the way the pink looks with plaid. Reminds me of like a 50s Christmas. Still, every year I look for the silver tinsel trees. I'm always looking for one of those. So that's that. It's got a little tail to it. It's just a cheap craft store turkey flat, but I saw that little bit at the end, and I was like, hey, maybe that'll paddle around. It's worth a shot. I need more stuff to work with out here. I really like with the green, you can see it better like that, maybe. I really like the green with the blue. I think the next one I'll probably do a blackhead. I wish I had some thinner chartreuse and some thinner neons. Janet. That is incredible. No Vanguard. Call of Duty. I was just playing. I'm trying to get back into it, but I moved it out. I moved the PS4 out. That's what I got. Which, a little disappointed. I don't know. There was no monthly fee to use PS4. What in the hell? Nah. I went to play and it's like, oh, your subscription is up. And I'm like, what subscription? And it wouldn't let me do anything. I got held up for like 35 bucks. Well, I didn't. Code did, because that's his PS4. I just kind of been using it. I don't play much. I just play quick games. I would do ranked, give that a go, but I kind of shoot at anything that moves, and I could never figure out how to do the parachute. I'm too shy to do the freaking mic. Which I actually wanted to use Call of Duty as like a way to get over shyness, like on the spot shyness. And but it still gives you the option to like mute your mic, so it didn't work out. And so I just do the quick games and keeps my brain active during the day. If slow waking up, you could hop on. It's only a few minutes and really fun. It's about as fast paced as I can handle, and I mean, it says a lot, honestly, because before Call of Duty, I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins, but that's just, you know, one player. Like, it's not live, it's AI, like, well, not, you know what I mean, like bots and NPCs. And you can only pile up so many Romans before you get bored. And I already done unlocked the whole map. I was just using it to explore. And just melted time a little too intensely. Like it would be 12. What is that? Oh, I am so dinged up from spending a few weeks on the floor. But yeah, I couldn't use the two cameras, the two joysticks at the same time, because before Assassin's Creed that was PS1, Tomb Raider, or Splinter Cell PC games. It wasn't very I haven't really played that many games, but I finally was able to make like 1 kill on Call of Duty. I was pretty hooked as far as using it as a pretty legitimate tool, in my opinion. Like, I like crossword puzzles, yeah, but you know, it's not nearly the same. And like, what other experiences can you have at your desk where you're like jumping and you could be like celebrating one moment and like cursing the gods the next, all within like one game? It's great. Can't be outside or doing active stuff at all times, and like at night it's pretty intense. Are your comments okay? 360? I should 360. My voice doesn't do gyroscoping, but it do 360. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. I got some more stuff and let us see. No, I guess not. I still gotta clear that desk. Got some stuff for sale. Not like most of it's at my parents' house, but I'm just trying to unload some of the stuff I have. So I had great plans for this. I was going to use this for picnics, but it's incredible how few people are down for fancy picnics. So they're sterling silver and crystals, so fancy glass. But I believe it's, see, what I thought it was coasters, champagne coasters, and the bottle would go here. However, I just, maybe Prosecco, I don't know. I used to have a big collection of champagne bottle coasters. I can't find a stupid amount of like interesting bottles since probably 60s. Most of the stuff is out there at my parents' house, but it's been difficult trying to find shit that ships easily. And when I do make it to my parents' house, I'm gonna be able to go through the rest of the stuff there, which it's mainly tools, like old tools, and which I personally have enough, and trying to empty out a room. But the room is full of antiques, so I'm really stoked on that. So, wow, I look totally different. I need to get bangs or something. And it is that time of year, like the air is so cold, and yeah, it is Florida, but I'm a Floridian, so if it's not 100 degrees, I'm frozen solid. And bangs help keep your face warm, so there's not a lot of places to get your hair done out here. There is one place, but I don't know. So let me fill my cup back up, because that's why I've been kind of antsily dancing around. Let's see here. Well, shoot. I don't want to leave this empty, because then the point is not too obvious. Alright. Cup. Yes. machine. Trying to use my pick.
Open the damn picture.
Oh, yeah.
For me to come in, you can put the camera and all that.
Is there any information on that? There's a coffee cup right there. Not many humans come in here. So this here is by I keep saying Anton Newcomb, and that's the singer of Brian Jonestown Massacre.
He's cool too.
Anti-Stoolman.
He's a great artist, and he's done like 5 pictures of you now.
Yeah.
And this is the first copy we've got.
So he does a lot of paintings. I was always looking for reference material, and he painted 2 of my dolls. A picture of me at my christening and sticking my tongue out.
Is that what it was, really?
Or communion.
Oh, for goodness sake, Catholics.
Yeah, and the other one was when I used to do Etsy pictures. I used to go a little hard on them, and
You had
it's just
bangs
like
in that picture, right?
Frankenstein. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I miss my wig.
He did say it was very well wrapped. We're going to have fun unwrapping it. I don't think he was kidding. So this is a composition of like 3 or 4 pictures I took of Miss Jamie Lynn under the water.
Blue heron.
Mm-hmm. Like the first and only photo shoot.
So let me break out the big boy.
Did he make his own box? Is that what's going on there?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't expect it to be that big.
Yeah. And his Instagram is abracablabla. On his Instagram is on Instagram.
That's good to know.
His Instagram is abracablabla. I did post some of his other ones.
He saw that here too.
Yeah, but he was smart
You know why he left and where he went to?
because of the
I
despair.
think he went to bloody Seattle.
So he enjoyed the despair.
Yeah. You know why he wants to go to Scotland? Because it's cold and rainy. That's what he told me.
That is such a painter thing to say. If I was a prolific and talented painter, I think it'd be really cool. I need to sweat though.
Very good.
I'm trying to actively remember I'm wearing a dress. Wow. Oh, that's clever.
You're one of the few women I've met that like literally forget that.
Yeah.
And like I believe it.
That's why I can't wear pants though. I wish I could get like those outfits in the 60s that are just like dresses with shorts underneath.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
What's that style called?
I don't know.
They usually like the
Mini?
yeah, I like them.
Yeah, I don't understand like when people go after like generational clothing. Because in the 60s, you have people wearing straight up underwear sticking out of their mini dresses.
Oh.
I love it aesthetically, but oh wow.
You need a frame for it.
Wow.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, he signed it as well on the back. It's sick. It's called Direct.
So that's Blue Heron. I should post it in the Blue Heron group. Thousands of people swim by this boat every week. Looks like a picture in the thing. Wow, that's so nice. That's me, Mom.
That's why you should get in the water, guys.
They put the knife on. Or he had painted the knife and everything. On my leg. Anton Stoolman. Very cool. I'll link his Instagram.
Give us a picture, man.
Oh yeah.
Standing in a
I was
bloody
actually
thing.
quite
That's
entranced
lovely.
by it in the camera.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
It's sick.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
bad.
glossy and really nice.
So yeah, I know you varnished it over it.
Simple.
Yeah, he had to draw that from 3 different pictures.
Oh, that's too cool.
Yeah.
And
Glad we could finally get that opened.
I do not boxing fan Easy Mom. I mean, excluding the corn, the Mexican street corn, but that was just a phase.
Is that another curve in the chat? For Pete's sake? I'm off to moderate, guys.
That's sick.
It's really sick.
I really the color of the bluish green. I have a few dresses that I was gonna donate that I'm gonna try to get some shots down there. Yeah, it's so simple, but I always wanted to bring a broom down there to, you know, like you're flying on a broom, but it's under the water, so you're.
I don't think that'll be the last piece we get from him. That's really good.
That's really sick.
It's really good.
Yeah, I was trying to get Walter to
Get some pictures for source. Yeah.
go to Palm Beach because there's a bunch of statues and
I think he's more
architecture.
interested in my pictures. I'm just kidding, Walter.
Those are, let's see. Walter's got a knack for photography. I'm an old lady boxing fan, Easy Mom. I am. Life's short. Hey, Overlander! How have you been? I like your name. I always it pops into my mind a lot, Overlander. But wow, soaked on that. I still can't get over the little guy's not in there. And glad that they accepted her, because my biggest fear was because like at that point I would have rather just you know, I would have hand fed her till the end, because it messes with their energy levels and they become lethargic, and it's a really awful thing. I wish like they sold kits and stuff like that so you can treat some of the wildlife, if you will, because like that's if it's as simple as an amoxicillin, like just sell like blow darts to people. Treat it. So yeah, we got this guy. What time is it? I still haven't acclimated to the time change. That's brutal. But to get some saltwater things to try and to pass along. Spencer, how have you been? Got some saltwater for tarpon. These are the red and white tarpon flies. Finished in different ways to see how they do. I think the resin thickens up the nose a little bit too lumpily. I got some deceivers. I need to make them a little bit more substantial, I think. But got 3 with grizzly and 3 without, and a mangrove snook fly. And this box is still ready to go. I'm looking for a bait caster currently, so if anybody has any recommendations for bait casters, rods and reels, I think that's gonna be what I just I need a mentor for fly fishing. I just I appreciate that, Spencer, and it's and here's some just random ones. Like how they're bait fish and other things, and it's a sushi takeout thing. I feel like that would honestly be a good like gift idea, like making a bunch of different bait fish and putting it in the sushi containers. But yeah, I don't know. I have a few patterns lined up to try for the griffin. Let's see. And I'm gonna get back into trying to finally learn the atoms because it's such a quintessential fly. I just am waiting for dry fly dubbing. I just can't find anything that I have currently that would make a good dry dub. Based off of limited understanding, a lot of wool, which absorbs water very quickly, and a lot of acrylic. However, I found hairline dubbing makes a dry fly dubbing. I think it's literally called Adam's Gray in color, and it's in between that and the polypropylene rope, the Bonnie cord. There's a stuff called Bonnie cord. It's macrame cord, but it's made out of polypropylene, which is buoyant. It floats, and figured that because instead of getting CDC, the dubbing, and well, instead of getting like post material in CDC, I could just get one roll of the Bonnie cord and use it for both, and about 10 to 15 bucks, but it's like well more than the lifetime amount of the stuff, and so I'm gonna try to get some of that because with the bait caster, and I'm trying to find the latest setup possible, I will have a better time trying these. Just I can't do it with the reel. I kind of gave up on it. It's broken. The tension is broken, so I can't really get good casts out of it and like move it around. It's just a little miraculous metal. Oh yeah, I got that at a yard sale out here, and pretty solid too. San Antonio. Found it at a yard sale, and I think like $1. So all feathers are animal feathers, and like even the super cheap plasticky feeling ones from craft stores are turkey feathers from the meat farming. And so a lot of turkey feathers, the feathers I'm looking for now are pheasant feathers because I can only find like packs of 1 or 2, which is fine, but like maybe for not $5, and turkey feathers, but pretty much everything you can think of. And this channel is pretty well a crafting / Florida channel. During the summer it's a lot of like underwater, but it gets a little cool during the winter. So been learning how to tie flies, and for pheasant feathers, yeah, that would be so sick. Holy trucks, they have some of the most exquisite feathers, like the breast feathers and the tail feathers. It's been immense. Got some really nice chicken feathers. Incredible colors. I used to work a lot with feathers just for making jewelry, but never this extensively. And like they're using the Feather Emporium, the website, as kind of like a way to learn about a bunch of different ones at once, and it's just sounding like the original flies, like these guys, because it's before like there's all this pre-made dubbing and chenille and this and that. So like all the colors come from essentially feathers. Some serious work there. Out of control. So did I? Oh yeah. I could just see the exhaustion looking at my just can't get over it. Orlando is like 3 hours away, and it's just not what? What does Inda mean? I'm just gonna go ahead and remove that. No offense, and I apologize. I just try to just like human like level stuff down. No chat in my area. Hey, the channel catfish. I'm trying to get some of those. They're so intense looking. And I'm sitting like so responsibly. Shoot. Nuh-uh. Let's see. Alright, okay. My bad. Thanks for looking out. Say that. So let's see. I appreciate that, Tim Gosty. Oh, wait, Code. I think they were trying to look out. Found this belt at a thrift store. Oh, no, I didn't. eBay. I do. I need to plan on going back to the lake because last night was just a little too cold. Could caught 2 bass that day, but I was not prepared to fish in the shadows. It was freezing, and it's such a huge temperature difference. But finally pulled out some pants. But I let's see. Been pretty much using just the soft plastics. I just can't get over how easy it is to make them weedless, and just really easy to
stand
feel.
up to see that. It's not looking out.
I didn't see that.
That's not looking out. That's being a little shite head.
Anywho, so been pretty much just using soft plastics, and like you can feel a lot with them, and like you could like especially the I think Texas rig worms or weedless, you could feel everything on the bottom with it. So really nice, like exploratory, and I type flies and fish with soft flies. Before it was pretty much just bait, and then learned how to tie the saltwater flies, so in case I forgot bait, but it's so difficult to get to the coast currently that really the lakes are where it's at out here, well, like little ponds, and the worms, I just had some that were my grandpa's from Kmart from like the early 2000s, and some go back to like the 80s, and that slurped them right up. And I'm still trying to get a peacock pass though. Have to get back there, and they're so beautiful, and I still haven't seen one in person. So any peacock bass friendly lures and rig setups, I just really want to see one. I'll do whatever. And yeah, I can't get over it. I'm trying to get some of the worms or stress ball with the tendrils on it, but I'm trying to get some of the squirmy worm things so I can tie some of the worm lures for the bass. And I don't think the soft plastic rubber will do well. I think the thread will just rip it. And I did see one of the stress balls at Walgreens, but the tendrils were hair too short. I can make really tiny ones, which would be cool, I guess, but I wanted to make some kind of chunky ones. And just gonna do the San Paulo worm. So it has like a weighted bead, some chenille, and the worm tied in 2 steps. And really stoked on that. Yeah, peacock. So I've only caught the largemouth bass out here. Code actually caught 2 largemouth bass out here, and I mean, I usually get or pull up, well, because usually I would use the small hooks, and like every 9 out of 10 fish will be the Mayan cichlids, and the other one will be either like a tilapia or a bluegill. And but there's a bunch in there, a bunch of sunfish or panfish, and catfish. I pull up 1 catfish, and I do log them on the fish brain app. Every now and then I forget to add one, and but I do use that. I appreciate that bite. The fish brain app I think is really great because you can see I don't have the pro membership or anything, but like there's the bass. I had to take screenshots because I caught it actually on a live stream. It's the only one I caught that day, and with the soft plastic big red worm, and I have some others to give a go. This is the bag that I bring. So I really want to try the wacky worm. I've been wanting. Really had to do crazy eyes for it. I saw it, but anyway, wacky worm. I'm just gonna use the rig with the ring on the inside, and I've been really wanting to use these for a few reasons. They look really fun to cast, and I always wanted to fish on the fall, so any ways to like not get caught on things, and fishing on the fall sounds pretty ideal. And these are gorgeous, and it came in a few different colors. I just threw a red, a gold, and a green. Really nice. And then these ones I'm really stoked on too. These little crickets. And this one is mine from when I was a kid. I have a bag of these lizards, so I really want to try that out here. Yeah, I've never really used soft plastics my whole life. I've always got them for Christmas and stuff like that, and so I had a good amount to work with. And these, is that not like the perfect maggot shape? I kind of want to make a silicone mold with one of these. Maybe I don't know, but a perfect little maggot shape. And these looked alright. And kind of wanted to just tie one of these onto a hook. However, I think this rubber will just rip. I think that's all the cool ones. This is the red one I was catching the bass. Oh, nice blood red. Nice little, just a little assortment, because Fierce sent that bass fishing kit that has all the hooks and all the weights in it. So just that bag and that, and you're good all day on the lake at least. And I don't know what to tie. Today I've been all over the place, more so than usual. The possum just ate my entire existence up because it's the most precious thing ever. And she popped up she popped up essentially on the month or the year anniversary since Blue passed away, my pig. And so just a really, really special, like, look at his little hand. She was so sweet. If I wasn't predisposed to depression, I would 100% be a veterinarian. However, I think that would be my breaking point. I would not be able to turn away anything. I would have an apartment full of secret creatures. Let's see. Yeah, can you believe that? Okay, so my hometown has street painting festival every year, and the people who run Sunfest, aka ran it into the ground and made it a miserable experience due to $15 bottles of water. It's maybe a little bit of a exaggeration, but anyway. I always have a good time at Sunfest, but you know, I think I pretty much have a good time anywhere. I just happy to be here, I guess. But Sunfest is just notoriously super expensive. You have to pay for every activity, parking, bathroom, everything, and it gets really congested. I just can't imagine if that were the case. Street painting festival is free, and you know, it's just was at the top of my mind. But trying to get an apartment, an office, a room, anything, a van. Code works from his computer, and I'm getting back into vending and trying to find more people that vends, and it could be anything. It could be produce, cigars, tools, anything, like yard sale type style. But I want to do something that involves that, make a little market, even if it's in front of my parents' house, Jesus. But yeah, and tons of jewelry and tons of vintage, tons of plants, and a lot of comic books. I think it's time I kind of downsize my personal collection. And I think I'm only gonna keep like Tomb Raider and Tank Girl, and the rest is up for grabs. I listened to some of the graphic novels yesterday. I have a bunch of Sergeant Frog, a bunch of the old manga, and Otaku Elf, which was a cute one. I really like the art in them, and I was trying to learn a little bit of like drawing, and so I was reading a lot of graphic novels. Well, skimming a lot of graphic novels, to be totally honest. But if anybody digs comics, I do have a few Tank Girl things, because I'm only keeping the central book, so it has a few of my like hardcover books in it already, and I don't need a big stack of them. And really, really fantastic art, and one of the greatest characters. I am always looking for Madame Xanadu, though. So okay, beige color for mealworms. There's a tape, like a surgical tape, and I've seen it used in a few things. Now I can't find the patterns, but using surgical tape for mealworms, because you can color it really easily. It's waterproof and affordable. But when I went to the surgical tape section of Walgreens, I ran the biggest blank I've ran into in a while. There's so many different kinds of surgical tape, I didn't know which one to get. There's paper, there's silicone, there's a lot of different kinds. If anybody has any recommendation as far as what surgical tape to use in regards to fly tying, more than appreciative, because I do want to grab a roll. One roll would go so far, and I really like materials like that there is no cap on like an amount, because I can get stuff online, but I don't know. No, I do, because I heard how yeah. Just speechless, I guess. It is a really intense world of supplies. Like I could never get understood how like a nail artist, like, because I look at nail art stuff because it's all like for micro art, like super sturdy art, and in the grand scheme of things, and highly recommend if you tie flies or make lures to watch nail artists. Holy trucks, they're doing some incredible things, and all of those technologies would be ideal for lures. And if you think about it, nails are on your hands, and they have to be super sturdy and, you know, minimally toxic for eating. So I mean, the stuff, the chemicals and stuff, but a lot of it cures into like plastic. But it's just I'd love to like get a group of people together that just like we go through craft supplies, because there's a lot of craft supplies I don't know about that would make my life so sweet. And anybody who has an affection for supplies, because they do something, and you know, sometimes you need a thing that does a certain thing, and it's really nice to know of all kinds of things and like different brands. And like I still don't know what head cement to get, because it'd just be nice to have like an actual conversation, like a discovery of new objects type of thing. Hair tinsel, yes, exactly. And I got one pack from Walgreens, and check it. It was their Christmas, it was one pack, but look how long. And it's sturdy, it's really sturdy. And like in the thing, in the directions, it says like how you could bathe with it, how you could swim with it, this and that. And they're just little strands of holographic tinsel, and I think it might be like that 33 millimeter. And you know, not the thickest packets, however, came with Christmas colors. The pearl, like what? What? Real nice. And red. That's more pink though. Look at that holograph, the action of that holographic, that prismatic. I'm using this for a lot more than others. Started planning a few hats. So it's gonna be a leaf with wool roving. Like the leaf is just gonna be like so I could attach a hair clip to it easily with some of the feathers in it, and they're just gonna be like little clips, maybe some shells and stuff in it. And so I've been piling up stuff like that, kind of like 40s 50s style fascinators. And but I'm getting hungry. I haven't even tied anything. I appreciate that, Cooper. Never get to feel like I have an accent. And there's this other stuff that I've been looking for, but I think they just have it at Hobby Lobby, a brand called Creatology. They have a cord called Knotting Cord, but when you unravel it, it's crystal flash. And, yes, exactly, Coop Cooper. That is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, there's been so many tools and supplies I've used in jewelry making that was, like, nowhere near for that purpose. However, there's so, always wish there was, like, a catalog for every realm of any form of handcraft, repair, anything that involves, like, anything. Because, like, the polypropylene, like, finding stuff made out of that because it floats, but polypropylene is used in a bunch of different avenues: macrame, maritime rope, and so it's been a treat and a half. Which reminds me, the it's too dry rotted. I was gonna try to float some of it. And like I was talked about earlier, gotta get a thing of macrame cord because it's polypropylene, and instead of getting post material, which is a very small little envelope, like the foam cylinders, it comes with like 5. I couldn't find like bulk, and the polypropylene rope I could use for the post material, but also maybe perhaps cut it in small pieces to add to dubbing. I'm not sure how thick the individual fibers are. And could also use for, there is something else. There's something else. If it's a rope, it has different cords within, like, you know how it's like twisted and you can untwist them? You can use that maybe to wrap a body for a big like grub, like a griffin grub that like floats on top of the water, like it fell out of a tree or something. But let's see, 91. There's a few things that I want to do before, oh my god. I'm still like on the clock of looking for worms. I'm just thinking about worms. Yeah, I'm gonna miss that possum. But what a treat. I know I keep talking about it, but wings, thank you. Because I'm having a hard time finding goose quills for wings. Married, so a right and a left, and haven't had any luck finding more than just a few in a pack that wouldn't be shipped until January. And because I really want to start getting into wings. The few that I've attempted, hackle tips, I do use hackle tip wings, but I really want the quill wings. They stay really neat looking, and it'll be excellent practice to get things even. The hackle wings are very forgiving, and compared to like the one attempt I did with the goose wings. But I do not quantum wave pattern. I just no. I'll be real. I made one as a joke, and I thought someone was gonna run into it, but no one ever did. So it was just a waste of time. I wanted, say, like, a friend of mine, I messaged him and I was like, dude, I made an OnlyFans, do you want to see? And he's like, yeah. He said, I know I'll regret saying that. And I sent it to him. It's nothing but pictures of corn. I'm not sure if it's still up or anything. I think it was called Y'all Like Corn. It might have just been called corn. But there's a picture of some elotes, because I finally got all this stuff to make elotes. which is a little hard out here, and picture of elotes on a paper plate. That's it. And I always thought someone was gonna find it and be like, "Ooh, I found this thing," but you know, I'm not that so I never found it. Favorite pattern to fish thus far are the foam bugs, and it's the reason behind that is they stay on the surface really nice. The rubber legs on either side move like this, so it literally looks like they're swimming. And on the broken spinning reel, they worked fine, and on the fly reel, even though my casting does not exist currently, they did really, really well. I didn't get any bites that go, but the shrimp patterns, like the marabou, like very undulating, like shrimpy looking things, had the most curiosity under Blue Heron Bridge. A lot of little nibbles. And the surface of the water out here is very lively, and so I really want to get something on these foam bugs, but I haven't had much luck yet. The bluegill killers are my favorite thing to tie. They're very simple, and they do swim really nice also. They'll stay on top of the surface of the water, but if you do pull them under, they'll stay under. And really, I think that the hackle might produce some resistance in the water or something, because they swim a lot slower than how I noticed thus far the little bait fish. As an example, this one swims like a torpedo, and like there's really no controlling it. And better than asking everyone their mother if they have. This is the first time in a while that it, like, I think I've been asked multiple times. Multiple times today. I don't know what it is. I look like been feeding a possum worm for the last 2 weeks. That was the best 2 weeks of my life, honestly. I feel like shit, and like I'm all dinged up, but that thing was the sweetest little thing ever. My favorite lore? I guess just like, probably just like, got into the Madame Xanadu lore extensively only because I don't understand why nobody ever did anything with that character. I think she makes one appearance on a cartoon, and like she was like childhood friends with Batman, for Christ's sake. Like, why didn't they do anything? Madame Xanadu. Oh, do I? Oh, do I? Oh, I read that wrong. I thought I looked like the type of person that would have OnlyFans. I look like the type of person that gets allergies. Don't get allergies. Recently, my nose now clogs if a fan's on. That's all I notice. But dust, I don't get allergies to dust. And, stuff like that. I used to be allergic to mangoes, but they're too delicious. I kept eating them, and I stopped breaking out in hives. And more. I like symbolism a lot, and that spans through every single facet, whether it be like in media, or like I was reading today about the sweaters Irish fishermen used to wear and the different symbolism that used to be woven into the pattern work. And there's a few different reasons. The main one being when they washed ashore after an accident, they'd be able to identify who it was by the knit of their sweater. And so like cable knit sweaters. And no, Cape, I know where San Marco is. Oops. Marco. Did I say San Marco? Marco Island. So, Cape Romano Dome House, south of Marco Island in the 10,000 months of Collier County. No, I've been dying to go to Collier County though. I've never heard anything bad about Collier County. Yeah, discovering new allergies is a real thing. Recent one that comes to mind is eating lamb and drinking milk. Is that it? I like eating shrimp and exercising. Are you eating seafood and exercising? I think, I could be totally wrong, but I think I remember vaguely seeing something in passing once on the internet. Live shorts, Jenny. Thought you would have been really popular here a few minutes. Apologies. Time flies, but not doing much time flying at the currently. Lamb and milk at the same time. Yeah, it was okay. Hives after drinking milk and eating lamb. Alpha gal. So alpha dash gal, G-A-L. Hives. Okay, so let me look up alpha gal. Okay, so if you get bit by a Lone Star tick weeks to months after and you eat, wait, what? Okay, so if you get bit by a tick and in 1 or 3 months you could eat meat or any mammalian food, and then you have abdominal pain, diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, hives. Intense. Yeah, alpha gal syndrome. This is a food allergy to red meat and other products made from mammals after being bit by a tick. Gotta get out of here. I'm missing too many ticks on my thing. Uh-oh. Sounds like Lyme disease. Ugh, biggest fear. Hey, Ewos, how you doing today? Tonight. And Merry Christmas, Global Reset. Interesting, butternut squash. Been doing pretty good. Just tied this kind of like woolly bugger bait fish. Really liked this tail for its length, and it had a little bit of a turkey flat at the end. I just like cut a little notch in it, and maybe it'll produce a little more movement and kind of look like a bait fish. And I wish I added more flash though, but maybe for nighttime. So I'm hoping a bass. Hoping a bass. I think I need different hooks though. Something with a wider gap, because that's not a lot of room. I don't know. I just don't know. That's how I feel currently. Like that's not enough room. But been really trying to find more bass patterns, because that's what is really biting out there, especially right now. And is there a stinger hook? I did make attempted to make a weedless woolly grubber. It just has one piece of 30-pound mono. Should just go out of the way. I just see their mouths are so gapy, so I do want to get some wider gapped but long shanked hooks, like Aberdeen's, I guess, because those, anytime I see those, is a nice wide Like, that's quite wide. Maybe try on this. A little rusty. Actually, gonna leave these two out. I think the camera also, my hands are pretty dinged up. I'll be real. Like, this won't go away. I hooked myself pretty good. My hands are pretty dinged up. But they're the greatest tools. I got the dingness up there again. From Possum. Possum. A stinger hook is a second. So not the barb. The barb. Oh, I gotta look up stinger hook. Because I know bait catcher hooks. Oh, you know what? I think I have a pack of stinger hooks somewhere. Let's see. Oh. Guess I don't know. Is it just a barb? What is a dancing stinger? Interesting. What is a G-stinger? Oh! Like to... Do you tie that on to like another hook? So it's stinger. So what I was seeing is like a hook with some like shrink tubing around a lanyard. Oh. Oh, so you put that on a hook. That's messed up. Can you imagine? You like go for this and then you get it and it's like, ah, what? Fish are gonna get hands one day, I swear. Yeah, no, that would be really cool to try. I really want to do the articulated ones. Been saving up for a kit. Old World Florida has some good kits. They're quite pricey, but it comes with everything. And what are they called? The articulated bait fish. Game changers. That's the next thing that I'm trying to get the materials for. Just gonna get the long white chenille because then that could be colored much like the tube flies. And which I still have to go to Hobby Lobby for more craft fur, but you can get so many color combinations. And I would do that with the game changers because those will 100% swim like a fish. Sparkle grub. Okay. Sparkle grub. Okay. So like a schminnow almost. but with weighted eyes. Yeah, that's ideal. I don't know if I don't know where to get a good chenille. I just have the little cards of short cactus chenille that came in a kit, but like chenille like that, like I feel like it would take like 4 layers of the chenille that I currently have to get something meaty. Made a few schminnows, but I made these before I had weighted wire. And I'm not at all sure if my proportions are right. They do swim really nice. I did test one of the white ones. And I made a few different variations with mono eyes, steel eyes. Still trying to find lead eyes, affordable lead eyes. And because for the most part I think I'll be in salt water and with the waves crashing back and forth. The one project, I'm trying to find some fish skin to incorporate, like on sabiki. To be able to make sabiki would be a dream come true. And, True Detect, no. Start watching Sopranos. I remember seeing bits as a kid, but never really watched the show. And, oh, it is good. And, yeah, it's really good. I just started, like, seeing scenes and clips on YouTube, and I was like, whoa, vaguely remember this show. And wow, it holds up fantastically. I just vaguely remember, like, a scene with casserole dishes in a freezer and a mourning husband. And, craving pasta. But really, really, really something else. Wait, what happened? Can I get, let's see, let me find it. I can't find it, Jenny Thong. But let's see. So I'm starving. I think that's why I haven't started another fly. Anytime I'm hungry, that's when I poke myself. Well, I don't really poke myself all too much now because I put the hook all the way back there. But gonna eat and play a few games. I've been wanting to. I have to like readjust my eyes because usually I play it on a like a computer screen right in front of my face, but now it's on the, like a big TV. And if I sit too close to the TV, because Call of Duty you're walking and the character's like that, and so sitting too close to the TV, it just like messes with my eyes. It feels like the TV's moving and get like super dizzy really quick. And I'm a little nearsighted, so uninsured and nearsighted America. But I love this place, I do, and it took a long time for me to appreciate it fully. But you know, it's a little nearsightedness. I just a little better from the couch, even though I can hardly see the screen. But I'm gonna play a few games to try to get my mind active, and yeah, still have a few things to clean up. Really dedicated pretty much my whole focus to the Possum, and yeah, I do want to yeah, I never realized it either until I will physically feel myself start rambling. I'm like, oh, I must be hungry. Or when I start getting clumsy, or if I stand up really fast, and then I was like, oh shoot, you know, some people like will, like their stomach will growl, and some people like that doesn't happen. So like you just like end up. I think I heard a dog do something. I don't see the message to anything. I looked up. I scrolled up, but I don't see it. You have a yellow profile thing, so it's pretty. Hey Dylan, how you doing today? Just tying some. Oh, let me put this one in the. Oh, I like this guy. That green really pops. I'm glad I finally used. I think owning a feather farm would be surreal. I'm trying, Jenny Thong, but I can't see your message. But gonna head out and get some food anyway. I don't know. Jenny Thong, Miss or Mr. Fellow human being. I just don't see the message. I only see messages saying that I'm skipping a message, but I can't see the skipped a message in question. I actually don't get many dreams. I try to make sure of that because my dreams are not fun. They're not fun at all. And wake up pissed. And yeah, so I try to avoid dreams at all costs, you know. The dreams in my waking mind are the only ones that matter anyways. Cause those aren't a nightmare, but yeah, I don't have any dreams. I used to really, really vividly, but I really do try to like Jenny Thong, I don't think Cooper is bothering you in any way. I think that you are how? But not. I don't see what is happening. I don't see the message either. I don't see the message or anything like that. But it is. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but I don't hear a lot of people say take the piss besides code. Are you Scottish, if you don't mind me asking? Oh yeah, that's true. I always forget that that exists. Too funny. I have a yeah, probably. But let's see. But on that note, Jenny Thong, if you just you know, no one's bullying it. I try not to remove people, but I gotta get better at that. I definitely like have people pleaser attributes. I really do. And no one is bullying anybody. Okay. So on that note, I'm gonna skedaddle, eat, play some games if anybody does play Call of Duty. My headset is broken, but we'll still be on. And more than welcome to join a lobby. Hey, Dorothea. Very cool name. Dorothea. That's a really cool name. I've never seen that before. Okay, well, hope y'all have a beautiful evening, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow, going to not sure. So, please recommend any patterns. I really like the profile of this one. This is just, a quick idea of just finding this feather in the scrap pile. Excuse me. And, yes, just, getting back to the swing of things, because pretty much every day I had, cleaned the cage a bunch and, make sure, Possum's tail stayed clean, because the tip of it was very damaged from the crispy ear. And, yeah, but she's being treated as her forever home. I'm too afraid to call, so I think I'm just going to count my blessings and just, like, you know, be grateful that she was able to be brought all the way to Orlando, but too afraid to call because, you know, sometimes they'll be like, oh, everything's fine, and the next day you call and they're like, oh yeah, we had to put her out. I can't handle anything of the sort, so not right now. So yeah, but not nice at all. This is sad. Jenny, but now you see what happens. Now you are bullying me because now that to me is sad. I'm sorry. I should be serious, but it's hard for me to be serious. It's okay. All very really brilliant human beings in this comment section, like, absolutely lucked out. A huge shout out to every single person here. I still can't get over it. It's not only been a pleasure to learn, but to see so many different directions is fantastic. I'm very happy. But okay. So anyway, on that note, Jenny, I hope you have a decent night. You've confused me greatly, but I hope everyone has a beautiful evening. Love y'all and happy trails. Any recommendations for absolutely anything? I look like a mess right now, but that's okay. I am a mess. But we all are. We're human beings. It's freaking best planet ever. Best planet ever. Best planet I've ever been to anyway. But hope you have a God dang. You know what? You're in timeout now for 10 seconds. See, I can be tyrannical. I'm just kidding. I don't know what to say. I don't want you to feel bad, but you know, no one's bullying anybody, but you know, if you say they are enough times, then you're gonna end up getting, you know, like, yeah. But anywho, love y'all. Have a beautiful night. Good night, Evos. Thank you for stopping by. And please never hesitate. Your input is worth more than gold and always appreciated. Happy trails, y'all.